Thank you, Madam President. The numbers in the report speak for themselves when considering how important Lebanon's role in the refugee crisis is. 1.5 million Syrians joining the 450,000 Palestinians who have been there for many years. Lebanon hosts more refugees per head than any other country in the world, and so it's crucial that we support this small country that faces big challenges. Instability can cause a vacuum, and a vacuum creates space that can be filled by extremists with no regard to the welfare of their people. We've seen how Daesh thrives on such vacuums. As well as the increase in refugee flows, Lebanon faces an increased terror threat. I cautiously welcome the fact that a 2.5-year absence of leadership has come to an end with a fully functioning government for the first time since May 2014. The note of caution is the shadow of Hezbollah remaining in the country, a destabilising force, which is the last thing the country needs. Now, my government in the UK, like some others, prescribes the military wing of Hezbollah, but not the political. This is despite our long experience with IRA Sinn Féin. Irish Republicans in years gone by had an Armalite and a ballot box strategy. Hezbollah can't have a gun in one hand and the ballot box in the other. They've shown themselves that they will move seamlessly between the two of them if they don't like the decisions that are made. A notable example, which is referred to in the report, was the seizure of parts of Beirut in 2008, following two political decrees that they didn't like. Its aggression towards Israel and its part in propping up the Assad regime does nothing for the people of Lebanon. We can't afford Lebanon to be another front for Shia and Sunni differences to be fought. This report, however, reaffirms our commitment to supporting Lebanon's stability and security, and that's an incredibly important thing that we must do, as has been said. The UK has committed more than £436 million to support Lebanese stability and security, including £61.5 million on border security and around £340 million in humanitarian support to refugees and local communities. I think this demonstrates our commitment, and many other countries show similar commitment, but we can always do more. The climate for refugees remains tough, with them routinely marginalised by the domestic population, and some politicians beginning to call for them to be returned to safe zones inside Syria. So we need to support, all of us need to support the government of Lebanon if they are to achieve their ambitious 5-year programme on education, economic opportunity and jobs. We must work to encourage Lebanon to continue their support for refugees and focus on stability, rather than feeding pro-Iran and pro-Saudi differences, and as it has been suggested, with those countries and other countries really feeling that they're making decisions on the behalf of Lebanon. The Partnership for Democracy status that's mentioned in this report really does show that we need to lead the way to actually having an open, transparent government. Hezbollah has been described as a state within a state. That cannot be good for democracy. That cannot be good for the refugees that are situated in Lebanon. It cannot be good for the people of Lebanon. So let's work together to see what we can do to have an open democracy, with Hezbollah being nowhere near that